So we're in my wife's 2011 Toyota Sienna. I just replaced the blower motor, the Denso unit, the bushings went out on it, and we are not getting good blower performance. This motor does not perform as well as the original Denso did. So I'm going to send the AutoZone back. AutoZone is a Continental, and we're going to replace the bushings in the Denso blower motor. So let's get busy. So I've already removed the blower motor, covered that in another video. So let's get busy tearing this one apart. Okay, so you've got 4 screws that hold this outer cover on. Take that off, and then you have those 2 screws there. To be honest, you can leave that one on the metal plate on. No need to take that one off. And now what you have is a metal little retaining clip, and you're going to have to get some kind of a small blade. I used a razor blade to try to get up under it, and you're just going to kind of work and try to pry that off. Now I just kind of worked it back and forth. You're going to have to reuse it, so just be careful with it. If you're gentle, you can get it off. Just like I'm doing here, side to side, working it a little at a time, and it came off. Now under that, there's this, I don't know what kind of material it is, but it's a little spacer. Pull that off, be gentle with it. There's a little rubber washer thing and then a little metal shim. Take those off. Then you can just push the shaft of the motor out of the housing. So slowing this part down right here. So I'm taking this screwdriver and I'm just gently tapping from one side to the other and pushing that bushing out. We're going to flip it over. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Well, that one just kind of fell out, and it just fit kind of loose on the housing, and we'll go over that later. So just cleaning up a little dirt and grime in here before we put the new bushings in. I see bearings. So here's our new bearings off of Amazon, made in China. We'll see how they hold up. And we're just gonna push those in and just kind of gently press on them, make sure they fit. And the top bearing felt a little loose. So what I did is I wrapped a little bit of Teflon around it, and that made it fit tight in the housing. So now we're gonna go back with our little shim and our little rubber washer thing, and then that little, whatever you want to call that, spacer thing. And now we're gonna tap on our clip, and I just used a socket to go over it. Socket's bigger than the shaft, and just kind of helps push that clip down, and gently tapped it on with the hammer. Now I felt like it's a little too tight, and so I am just getting my little blade under there and just kind of loosening that clip a little bit. I guess I tapped it on too much. So we're getting that all squared away, and I'm just spinning it to make sure it feels good, doesn't feel too tight, doesn't have any end play, and just push some of that sealant stuff they have on there, kind of like a butyl tape type stuff. Just push it on there, putting that screw back in that I didn't have to take out, putting our one screw there, and that screw goes on that side, and the other side has a little dimple that goes in that hole that looks like it would take a screw, but it doesn't. And then put our 4 screws back in, and I'm just taking a look at the old bushings. You could tell they were worn, and that's it. Pretty simple job. Much better. That is the fan speed we wanted out of the aftermarket one, and it was not cutting it. Now we've put bearings where there was bushings in the Denso unit. I don't know, we'll see how those bearings hold up. To be honest, in an application like this, the bushings were probably a better option. This thing turns pretty fast. I don't know how long these bearings will last, but they're there for now, and I got a whole pack of them, so easy to replace. If they go out, we'll put some new ones in. A pretty simple job, and that whole thing of bearings I think was $11.99. So 12 bucks, and we've got like a lifetime supply of bearings for this thing. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment down below, hit the like button, and subscribe for more.